Good morning, and you're finding me out again, and it's pitch black and I'm walking around. I've got a camera on a tripod. I'm in my local town of Nantwich. It's foggy and there's no one around. It's a Sunday morning and I'm going to try and get a few photographs in the town with a bit of fog on them. Yes, let's try something different. Come on, let's see what we can find. This is a favourite. I've just taken a shot behind me at the corner of the church because the moon was in it, but I'm just going to walk around, and this is a favourite little place that I've wanted to come down with a bit of fog. This is a little tiny narrow lane called Monk's Lane, and it's awesome and spooky, and I could do with a person in it really, but it's going to look pretty good on its own. So I'm going to set the camera up here and I'll switch the video camera on so you can see what I'm actually seeing, if it works. And let's take a few photographs, shall we? I'm not going to be able to talk too loudly, obviously, because oh, the screen's around the wrong way. I need to turn the screen round. Yeah, I can't talk too loudly because obviously people live around here, and they're probably still in bed. But I'm going to try and make the most of shooting and making some really mysterious images this morning if I can. And you have to excuse me moving the camera around while I'm setting the camera up at the same time. Look at that, how moody is that? So I'm shooting at f5.6, and the reason behind that is I want to try and make it a moody looking image. So I want it to fall out of focus as it goes into the fog. And these are really cool looking little images. So it's going to be a bit of a different morning for me, that's for sure. I wonder if I can actually switch it onto video for you. Not easily at the moment because it's a bit dark. So I'll do it a bit later on maybe, if I can get it to work. I'm flicking around with the camera settings at the moment, seeing if I can get anything to work. Let's wind the ISO up. It's looking pretty bleak. No, I'll scrap the old video idea for now and I'll just concentrate on taking a few images. Right, enjoy this one down Monk's Lane. This is really eerie. So I've just moved down a little bit closer down the lane, and it looks pretty awesome. But if I spend too much time shooting the Monk's Lane, I'm going to miss out on other things. So let's go for a quick walk through the town. I want to get all this done before people get up and start milling around. And yeah, no, this is really cool. I just spoke to a lady. She had her dog out walking her dog this morning, and he was barking and growling at me, but she's walking round and round around the church, which is cool because it's getting the exercise. And the moon's out. So if I can kind of keep the moon in the image, like in the first one, look at that. You see the misty church through the top of the... I wonder if I can shoot it through the trees. I wonder what that looks like. Actually shoot through the trees, that'd be quite cool. Look at this. I've got the church behind me and the mist. If I shoot it through the trees, it might look a bit eerie, so I have to put you down for a sec. So I've got the church in the background, and I've just lifted the camera up high enough to get over the top of the fence there. And I think that looks really moody. What fantastic, what fantastically cool images. Let's have a quick look, see what that looks like. Yeah, I like that. And you can even see the moon behind the tree. The moon's just in there. Wicked. Really not sure about this GoPro, it's just frozen up on me again. Do you know what? These new gadgets really aren't like they used to be. Bloody thing. Can't be doing with these things if they're going to keep freezing up on me. Really hard to get the battery out and set it off again when you got gloves on. But yeah, I'm just mooking my way around now, around by the church. See there? So I'm just trying not to whack everything with my tripod as I'm going round. But yeah, that's we've got to find some more images. Oh, my tripod's got to go through this gate. I'm bashing it. But I love this. I'm moving quite quick because I'm trying to get to location while it's still foggy and still got a bit of darkness to it. And also, it's good exercise to move fast. I've got my bag on my back, but I'm not even using that. I've just got the camera on the tripod. So that's all I've got with me. But we've got a fantastic town, and it looks really oldie worldy. Shame about all the bins being full up. Obviously, Saturday night last night, there was a lot of people out eating chips and drinking coffee. Right, let's see if we can get a shot down this little pathway with the church behind me. Always a good classic. If not, I'll go onto the grass next to me. Right, the binman's out now emptying the bins. Good man. Right, let's see if we can get a picture of the church with a bit of fog on it. There it is. Let's see if we can sort this out. So I've got myself an image set up, but the focus point's a little bit of a mystery for me. I'm not sure where to focus on this one. So I'll focus on the tree in the foreground, which will then send the background out of focus, and I've also focused on the church just to see if I can get the church a bit sharper. But I'm still sticking at 5.6 because I want to keep that shallower depth of field to it to enhance the fog. Now I've gone for a thirds composition, so I'll put the church mainly on the thirds to keep these two little lights in down in this corner. So those little lights are quite important because the street lights and the church has got lights on it, so I think that works really well. So yeah, another cool image. Let's move further back and see if we can get one a bit further back. You can see the bin man back there, and he's got bags and bags of stuff. What a job, eh? So I'm on the hunt now for the next shot. Not sure where it is or what it is, but I'm on the hunt for it. So I'm making my way down through the town now, just to see if I can find some of the old buildings in, because we have some cracking old buildings in the town. I love this building, but does it work? I'll tell you what, yeah, this does work. I'm going to take a shot of this anyway. This is a wicked building, so yeah, bear with me a sec. Get the camera set up because I can't let go of the tripod and talk to you without falling over. So I've got the shot. I've tried 3 different ways. Couldn't quite get it in horizontal, so I've had to move it to a vertical. But the horizontal, I've had to come really close to this lamppost because it's the only way I can get as close as I possibly can to get it all in. And I couldn't quite get the top of the flagpole. So I've done like a bit of a slight vertical panorama. Not sure how that's going to work, and the parallax where it's pulling the image out from the side is a bit weird, but it seems to work all right. I'll try it. I don't mind it being exaggerated because it just looks like a New York building, and I think that looks fantastic. And then I've also shot a panorama. I've put it onto vertical and I've shot a panorama with it as well, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I do like that. And a little bit of mist. The only thing wrong with it is we've got a horrible bin down there at the bottom corner, but I'll clone it out. I would have thought I'll try and clone it out. Anything that doesn't supposed to belong, like the car down there, I'll clone them out best I can. Right, we need to move. Let me think. Let's head, I don't know which way to go now. Let's head down here because there's a little lane down here. Might look pretty good. Well, I had to get a shot behind me, looking down the main drag, but I'm just about to walk past it. But look at this random little bugger. A modern day art picture. I had to get a picture of the shopping trolley just sitting in the middle of the street. That's not normally the sort of thing that happens around Nantwich, in all fairness, but yeah, it's quite funny. So I've taken a shot of that. I just run down that way first, down to Love Lane, because Love Lane's always been a favourite of mine, because all the doors have got different coloured doors. And I remember taking a picture of it way back when, way back when. Done it in a monochrome and colour popped all the doors, which is a bit old style. But yeah, it was a nice shot at the time when I was into all that sort of stuff. Now it's all about making it look a bit more real, but authentic, I think the word is, isn't it? Authentic. Now I do know there's a couple of playing fields at the other side of the town, so maybe it's worth me bombing up to the playing fields and getting some of the schoolyard, not the schoolyard, but the playing frames, swings and slides, and getting some of them. Another one of the church, looking down here, maybe. I've got lots of the church, haven't I? So I want to try and find something different. So yeah, I might do that. I might head to slightly different position, slightly different location, a bit further out of the town, or at least right through the other side of the town, walk through and see what we can find. Well, you can hear the tone. It must be 8 o'clock, is it? 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, maybe it's 7 o'clock. Wasn't counting. First signs of spring. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. We've got some daffodils coming up as well. So yeah, I'm going to try and get just a quick shot of these without trampling on anything below my feet. If I can get a quick shot of these, put the bench in, have the nice colours in the foreground, focus on the foreground. I think we'll focus on the bench, shall we? And I've gone to f8 now, and you've got the church in the mist in the background. Nice little bit of colour. First signs of spring, fantastic. Right, we've got to keep moving yeah, we've got to keep moving if I'm going to try and get a bit more of this fog, because the sun's up now. So the sky's getting lighter and lighter. So there's not much lights and stuff going on, but I do fancy a couple more images for you before I go. Right, so let's get walking. Let's see if I can get to a location that's got some playing frames on it and a bit of mist, hopefully. Tell you what though, gets your blood pumping when you're walking fast, that's for sure. Speak to you in a bit. I'm going to head across the grass now. Just come out of the town behind me and we're walking across the grass, and it feels nice having grass underfoot, to be honest. And we've got some trees. There's a couple of trees around as well, so we might get a couple of trees with a bit of fog behind them, just to make them disappear from the town behind. It's actually possible, but I'm looking for those. I don't really need trees, do I? I want to get the atmosphere of loneliness and emptiness. That's quite a good shot, actually. I might have to go for that one first, so quite like that. So let's just set this up. Yeah, I know, you can't actually see anything in the image, and that was a manual focusing job. There's definitely no way you could actually get that in focus, but you just got some really tall trees next to a little tree on its own. But yeah, I had to take that. It was pretty good, but it's so minimal, really bare. Right, so we're at the park, and I'm just gonna set up and take a couple of shots of the park because it looks really cool and empty. Here we go, look, no one's in it, nothing's there, you can't see the background's all diffused. So I'm going to take a couple here, but I don't want to go in there yet. The gate is open so I can get in without touching the gate. I'm just going to get round and get the camera wide open at 16mm and see what I can do. Let's go back down to 5.6. Yeah, no, let's see what we can do with this. There's got to be a few images here. Right, I don't know if you can see here, but I've got a little image set up, and it's taken a little bit of composing to get it right because I don't want the swings across there. I don't want the swings actually coming into the... That's a bit better, pushing it over a little bit more. I want the swings in between the blue piece. And what's caught my eye is this spider web down the bottom. Now I've had to go over to manual focus, and by manual focusing I can zoom the camera in, and I can just twizzle my focus ring, and I've got focus peaking on, and when all the spider web, all the cobweb down there gets in to focus peaking, I can then zoom out and I know that it's perfectly in focus. So I'm just going to zoom back out a little bit to make sure I've got the image I want, because I want the spider web at the bottom right hand corner, and then I want a little climbing frame thing at the back as well. And I'm at f4. I'm going to take one at f4, one at 5.6 and one at f8 just to see which one I prefer the best. I'm shooting at 320th ISO 320, and that's because I've been doing some handheld ones as well at the same time. So I just wanted to let you know how I was doing it, but it's that cobweb that is so important to this image. It really is. Right, let's go back down to f5, 5.6 at least. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's also good as well is the ice, not ice, but the texture of the ice on the swings, and it looks really good. And I've got another spider web down here, but yeah, the texture of the cold frost on these looks really good because no one's actually been on it, so they look like they've been there a little while. The slide looks favourable as well. Let's have a look at the slide. Now I know this is a bit morbid sounding, but I really love these images, and the conditions we're all in at the moment, they just seem to lend themselves to these sort of lonely, quiet images, because we're all feeling the same. I'm sure we are. We're all feeling a bit stuck, a bit lonely, a bit not sure what to do and how to do it and where to go and all that sort of stuff. Now you'd think taking pictures of swings in a park would be quite easy, wouldn't you? But getting the actual compositions looking something right is quite difficult. And again, we've got another one. We got the slide, and the slide's on its own, and I've just separated it between the trees in the background. You can't quite see the houses in the background either, so that looks quite nice. I'm going to do a couple of focus on this one. I'm going to focus on the foreground at the front of the slide, and I'm also going to focus on the actual climbing frame bit on the top, because I don't know which part I want in focus till I see it. It might even look better if I get down lower as well. I think it probably will get down really low and I'll shoot up the slide. Bear with me while I move the tripod. On something, gone for something really quite creepy looking now. And bearing in mind this is a kid's toy, it's scary looking when it's covered in frost, that's for sure. Now I've taken a few images looking back that way, and now I'm taking a few images right up at the front, because this thing just looks really menacing. Just look at this. Look at that. How scary does that look when you get really close to it? It's pretty awesome. Now I'm going to try and get the camera a little bit lower if I can. I really want to get the sort of underneath it and try and make it stand out a bit more. Oh, this is real life photography, isn't it? This, no messing around with me. That looks a bit better, so just slacken that off. Get his nose up in the front there like that. Just looks proper menacing, really does. And we're going to focus on the eye, and it's a really, I think, quite an interesting image. Definitely focus on the eye. The eye's the most important bit because he's staring at me. Proper creepy, proper creepy, but I love it. Let's get even closer. Yeah, only in the frost this would work. Only in the frost. Right, I've just seen something on the fence. Now, I've probably already shown you, but I've probably shown you an image of a little hairband, and it just looks really lonely, this little hairband on the fence, and quite sad. I've just seen two kiddies' coats. I don't know, it's definitely an image. Yeah, it's a couple of little kiddies' bits of clothing, and I'm sorry if you don't like this, but just skip forward a couple of moments. But for me, it's a photograph, and it tells a story. What story it tells, I don't know. I know they've just been left there because the kids have been playing. This is Nantwich. We don't get things like that happen around here. But if your mind's wandering a little bit, please don't. I'm going to take these images, I'm not going to talk about them, and I really would like to know in the comments or private message me how these couple of images are going to make you feel. I know how they make me feel just by looking at them and the thoughts that are going through my head. But yeah, this is the day and age that we're in, I'm afraid. Right, let me take this. I'm going to find something a bit more nicer because I've gone into a morbid area and I need to find something to finish off with a little bit more of a smile and cheerful. But these are quite a weird photographs, these will be. Starting to fall out of this camera a little bit, this GoPro, because it's losing footage, it's freezing up all the time, and it's really getting on my tits. Excuse my French, but it's really wound me up a little bit. I was down here just now photographing this because I was talking about the symmetry and the sun coming out and stuff like that, and the lines and everything else. And this is what I was shooting. I'll spin you around so you can see. I was shooting this and getting the sun coming out there and stuff like that, and I'm now going to go and try and get a picture of the sun poking through the symmetry of this. But I'm really annoyed because it wasn't recording, and it stopped recording. It's frozen up on me maybe 10 times already this morning, And to be honest, I'm really titsed off of it, because these cameras are not cheap and I'm not impressed at all. So yeah, it might end up going if I'm not careful. Anyway, rant over. I need to get some shots done. Last couple of shots and I'll say goodbye. So we've gone in intimate, that's what we're playing at now. We've got something really fine-tuned to be pretty cool, and I like this. F8 to make sure I've got as much sharpness as I can in this shot. And I'm just going in intimate and taking some random lines and stuff of the frost and the bits on the rope swing, because I think it looks pretty cool. Let's get one of the buckles in it. Let's have a nice sweeping line that runs through the image. Got a nice buckle. You haven't got to worry about getting the camera level or anything like that, but even so, it just looks good. Let's get a shot like that as well. A couple of intimate shots. I've tried to get the circle in it as well. Oh, my knees are crippling me. So yeah, a little bit of ice and stuff like that. But yeah, look at the light coming up behind me now. So I need to get a shot of this light just poking through the trees, and I'm just going to have a look through the trees here, see if I can use foreground trees and background trees. And the fog is just not moving at the moment. It doesn't want to shift at all. So I'm going to take these last couple, I'll show you them, and then I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to carry on wandering around taking pictures of the fog. And any images I get afterwards, I'll let you see after, because I'm enjoying this. This is really cool. So, bit of a jump. I'm no longer outside. I'm in my little studio, my office, or my computer den anyway. And yeah, the GoPro packed up again when I was finishing the video, and I lost the footage. So I'm not too impressed with the GoPro at the moment. I lost 3 clips that I had to obviously eliminate out of the video because they were corrupt and they didn't work. So yeah, I'd just like to say thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share the video. I'd love to hear your comments of what you think of those few images of the coats, or what you think of the images of the playground in general. You know, what sort of feelings they give you, how they make you feel, and just generally the comments. I'm going to end the video now. I've got a few more photographs that I'm just going to play off at the back at the end of this after I finish talking, with a little bit of music, just some pictures of the fog, some trees and stuff in the park. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, please comment below. I'm always interested to hear what you say, hear what you think. And yeah, till next time, ciao for now. And hopefully the video will not break on me. See you soon.